Hello, just God. Hey, just God. Just do it with God. Hello. You're looking at and listening to That's What's Up with Jacosta on 108 Praise Radio, where we always voice the what? The gospel. Voice the what? The gospel. Voice the what? The gospel. Not gossip, but that gospel. I am so excited and elated this morning. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. Saturday to you. Happy Saturday, God's people. Happy Saturday to you. Now. I have a guest next to me, but you know I'm going to do my That's What's Ups. So give me a moment, because I know you're all waiting and you're wondering. You know what? You're hoping and waiting and wishing. But listen, let's talk about That's What's Up in politics. Now, here's the deal. This summit is going to happen. Then they saying he went against it. You know who I'm talking about. And against cancel, he decided to still do the summit. Well, you know what? I don't see me disagreeing, agreeing, or feeling any kind of way about it. I just feel like if I'm allow God to guide everything I think about and I do, then I just tell him, go guide that too. You know what I'm saying? And if we all come together as Christians, as believers, and always stay prayed up about what's going on around us, then we should know and believe that God has our back. Yeah. And if something happened that we feel is against anything, then that just means Jesus is coming and Jacosta got to get right, all right? So, hey, that's what's up in politics. Now, that's what's up in realities. I was asked to come on some reality show, and this was a couple days ago, and I thought about doing it. I was like, yeah. Well, guys, no. So I decided not to, and it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to navigate my way through this thing we call life, you know, but without wasting my time. And I told you all, I feel like that time is taking in memories every day. So I have to be careful about the memories I take in, right? Right. You should agree. So let's talk about That's What's Up with Jesus. That's what's up with Jesus. That's what's up with Jesus. That's what's up. He reigns, and that's about all. He's unconditional. You know what? Something happened a few weeks ago to me. And, of course, I got to choose my words carefully, because I don't just come here and get on this microphone and talk. I have other things I do in my life, so I have to be careful about what I say, right? So something happened, and I realized that this person was for me up until it was something that they didn't agree with. Now, what they didn't agree with seemed a little racist, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Yes, but I realized that they had a moment where they were only for me until it wasn't good for them, or it goes against my morals. Wait, well, hold up. Shouldn't we all have the same moral standards if we're believers? And I'm just saying, you know. And so I was like, oh, really? I just don't feel God would think that. I said, well, dang, that God that person serves, I don't serve that God. I serve a God that's unconditional. But I realized that particular person had a condition on our relationship. There was a condition, you know? And I said, oh, I'm so confused. Why is there? Anytime I say I'm so confused, then I just throw back and I say, crack open that Bible. Ooh, God is not an author of confusion. So what that person was saying to me and doing to me is not of God. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, we don't obviously serve the same God, because he is limitless. He is unconditional loving, and I don't put limits on people that I love, because I just love. Again, a few months ago, love was mentioned here in the studio, and somebody was real nasty to me about it and said, love ain't everything. And I was like, love is mentioned 310 times in the Bible for a reason, because God has told us that out of those three things, faith, hope, and love, that love is the greatest. All right, so boom, again. Sometimes I tell people, why try to fight people with words like curse words and cuss my, I'm a cuss my, blah, blah, blah. No. Just feed them with the word. And eventually that seed that you plant may bloom. Now look, am I telling you it's going to bloom in the next hour, in 24 hours, or next month? No, but I'm telling you that seed is going to bloom. Amen. And I'm looking for some blooming seeds because I've planted a lot of these Jesus seeds, okay? So that's what's up with Jesus, guys. But that's what's up in the studio on this morning is Mrs. Vanessa Narty. And I am so happy to have her in the building right now. She's to my left, to my left, to my left, my left, my left. How are you? Happy Saturday.
I'm so good, Jocasta. You have no idea how glad I am to be here with you almost a year after being with you last year. So, yeah, I'm
I haven't seen you in, let me see.
Oh, how long has it been?
I don't know.
When, was it
November? September. Yeah.
Too long.
She said too long. We've talked over the phone.
We have.
But I haven't seen you. And so what's new to me as I'm looking at you is because we have a little time. How long are you going to stay with me the full hour?
However long you want me here.
Y'all heard it. So you know what? She going to try to take a break and slide out. But I'm not going to let her in the name of Jesus. So.
He's so funny. Yes, ma'am.
Something new about you.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's your hair.
It's my hair.
I remember, but this is why I wanted to ask you this morning, and it slipped my mind because we kept talking.
Okay.
Your hair. I thought when you had told me, I don't know how y'all do this natural thing.
Did I say that?
I could have sworn.
I probably
Or was it your sister? It might have been.
Maybe it was my sister. Because I don't know if I would have said. I don't know if I would have said that because I've always loved it. I always thought it was beautiful. My daughters were natural. And I just always thought it was very becoming, very beautiful. I thought, women that wore their hair natural were very brave, courageous. And so, I mean, I loved it. Maybe it was mine.
Look, she said she thought they were Wakanda forever. Oh! You like that.
I think that had a little bit of influence, Jocasta, actually, because, come on.
Hey, that helped you, didn't it? When she went to see
Wakanda,
she was like, let me just cut this.
Well.
You know what? I'll just shave his head. I just feel liberated.
It wasn't quite totally
but you
like
look
that.
gorgeous.
Well, you have no, and, I said this out to you in the hall when we met in the hall.
Yes.
You have no idea how much that means to me. Anytime somebody has said that to me, it has really helped because hair has always been a big thing for me. It just has. And so I had a lot of trepidation about walking out because I've always worn my hair straight, perm. Even, as a 13, 14-year-old girl, before I got a perm, I would, girl, this was crazy, but I would literally straighten and comb. Like anytime my hair curled up, because that's what our hair does, I would literally go in the house, put that straightening comb on the stove and straighten it back out, straighten it back out, straighten it back out. I did so much damage to my hair, but I just related it and correlated to the standard of beauty. And for me,
the world
that's what I thought. I mean, I would literally look in the mirror and see myself, and I hated what I saw. Like my hair, and so I'm trying to get that. I would do whatever I could do to get that straight look. Really? And so, once I started perming it, it was just like permed all the time, and so it was a major deal for me.
I can tell.
It was,
but it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And then you wear it. Here's the thing about hair, because we have accessories as hair, you accessorize your hair. Like right now, I have this hat on. I was feeling like not going to war, but like battle, like strength. And I was like, I'm gonna wear a fatigue, and I was just gonna pop my hair in a ponytail. And then I was like, no, I have that hat. Oh, and it says just God. Let me roll with that.
Amazing hat.
So and some of you guys can't see my shoes, but I did have to pop my shoes.
Jocasta.
I love my shoes. So I just felt good,
right.
And I was like, maybe I'll put this hat on. and it's an accessory.
It's just like,
so like, even if I haven't worn wigs, and I used to have wigs, and I still have them, and they're named, but I haven't worn a wig in like 2 years now. So but that's an accessory, you know.
Right.
But my grandmother looked at it, and we talked in the hall about how it was serious to my grandmother. And you said, "Oh my gosh," you told me a story about something you're writing.
Yes, and actually, I don't know if I should tell it, because it's actually part of the production.
Don't
so I
tell
don't want
it.
to give that away.
We're not telling it,
but
that's my little hint. So literally, here it is. Accessory. It's accessorizing, and it's how you wear whatever you put on this head. It doesn't matter if my mother is bald, but she walks with confidence.
I know that's right.
Like she shaves that head, honey, and like she's always shaved. This has been like 18 years, probably more than 18 years. I don't know, but she always keeps this piece back here. Okay. So it's like, it's long piece of hair. She always keeps that. Right here. She always has, she doesn't shave that part right there. That's it. And people are always like, amazing. Oh my God, you look so good. And then they see that, they're like, oh my gosh, you know. And they've always thought because she owns it. So if you would have walked out, no makeup, no earrings, and not even makeup, gloss. You could just pop some lip gloss on, ladies. Because a lot of you like, I'm natural, I don't want to put no makeup on. Okay, I'm not telling you that. I'm saying just some lip gloss. If you want to throw mascara, that's fine. But you have to walk out like this.
Absolutely.
You can't walk out the house like.
No.
Because there's a difference in me having this hat on, and it's not even what I would consider a bad hair day, because I'm natural. I could just go put some stuff in it, pop it up, and go, you know. But it's like, oh, this is how I wanted to accessorize today. Right. But I got to walk out and own it.
Right.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing? Good. You know, you have to, because if you do not, and then it takes over, it becomes you, and then they're like, oh, she didn't even do her hair today. You know, and then you're looking at yourself, well, I don't look good. But you always got to believe that you look gorgeous, you look beautiful. And if you do, everybody else has no choice, because they're like, oh, she's a bad woman, you know? Right. And so when I looked, you hit that close. Because you exude your confidence, and you're like, oh, my hair is banging. And it looks good.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Acosta. You know, I just had a thought, and I don't know if it was yesterday or today, this morning, that nobody can define our beauty for us. Like, you have to define your own beauty. Nobody else can define that for you. And so, you know, whether it's hair or, like you said, accessorizing, whatever you believe is beautiful is beautiful. And as women of God, as you know, daughters of the King, we are beautiful. And so we should walk out, we should own it, we should, regardless of what anybody else thinks, we should absolutely own and always remember that we're absolutely beautiful. Every part of who we are has been handcrafted specifically on purpose, by design, by the most creative being ever, God himself. So absolutely, we're beautiful, and we have to own it. So saying all of that, even though it was kind of hard for me to, you know, initially it was.
So to explain that part though, because there's some woman out there and she's like, I'm not doing it.
Right. And I, you know, and because my daughters, when they first went natural, and really for them, it was when they went to college, and they would say to me all the time, Mom, you should wear your hair natural. For me, Jocasta, one of the biggest reasons I would say that I didn't want to do it is because I worked in corporate America. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. No, though. It was. I understand. And so I would always say, well, you know what? Once maybe once I'm working part-time, or once I'm not there anymore, then it'll be a little bit easier. But just working in corporate America, I didn't know what the reaction would be, how might it impact my job. And, you know, I mean, even as a believing woman, I still had those thoughts and wondered what those impacts.
Let's talk about that. You said even though as a believing woman, and we shouldn't always have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should not always have to say, oh, as a believer. I'm like, you know what? We are people.
Absolutely.
People before anything. People just so happen to love that Jesus. People just so happen to understand what it means and feels like to be saved, set free, and delivered from some things, but working on other things. So every time we give a disclaimer, right? So that the people who don't believe or the people who don't know Jesus can understand. Oh, well, we heard too. You know what? You should understand anyway.
Absolutely.
You should know anyway that I am literally human.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
just saved. You know, that's it.
Right.
But we always say that, and they paint a picture for corporate America because they feel like we should look a certain way. Like, I remember this man telling me, I went for this interview. I was younger, and he was saying the HR rep, he had dreads, right? And I was just like,
the HR rep did?
Yeah. And I was like, wow. And he said, you know, you have those braids in your hair, and so if you were to get this job, he said, don't come in with the braids. Come in with just your hair, work, then get the braids. I'm like, what? And he said, before I got here, I had dreads. I cut my hair, and I said, it's hair, it'll grow back. I got it. I maneuvered. Now I'm the HR. No, he was the director. Now I'm director of HR. He said, and I was like, psh, I'm going to grow my dreads back. So I grew them back. That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's sad that we have to do all of this. Oh, don't do this. Don't cut your hair out. Oh, you know, put the weave in.
And I remember when I made up my mind and when I determined, I was like, it is what it is. This is what God did. This is what he has coming out of my scalp.
So accept it.
Right. And, you know, when I was thinking about it, because I had to go to work, you know, for the first time after, you know, I cut it off and everything. And I was like, okay, just get ready for the reactions because I am who I am. And they just going to have to deal with it, right? Then I started thinking, I said, we're the only people that have to deal with this. No one else has to think about the things that we have to think about to show up to work.
That's so true.
No one else has to deal with this. We always have to think about how are others going to think about what we look like? How is somebody else going to take? And let me tell you, there are a lot of women who had stuff to say about my hair. Most, you know, other African-American women said things like you did, you know, and so it was empowering and it was encouraging and it was, you know, just really confirming what they saw and what I believed I saw when I looked in the mirror. And then I heard the opposite, or I hear, you know, little snide remarks, but it didn't matter.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
My kids are watching this, and I know they just told their grandma, "Mommy, type there. That's a big bird."
Oh yeah, but I knew that would be part of this journey.
So tell me something like, okay, under their breath, they would say it, or straight to your face.
One person said it straight to my face.
What did she say? I'm just blown.
She was like, we're actually walking out of the office headed for our car after the day. And first she gave me this look because, you know, most people, what they'll do is they'll just give you this like look like,
oh my gosh.
Like, I cannot believe you're here with your hair like this. But she said something like, you know, my hair used to be like that, or, you know, I can get an afro every now and then, but, you know, I would never come to work with it like that.
And this is what I'm talking about, ladies. Because as if you look like you came just slap from the boat with bugs in your hair, and like you have your hair's nasty, funky, stinking. No, your hair looks good.
But a lot.
That's
I mean, you would
so
Jocasta,
messed up.
A lot. I literally.
Maybe I should just free my hair with this hat right now. Just pull the hat out and just throw my curls.
Yeah. But I literally knew that I could be putting my job on the line.
Really?
It's that serious, yeah. Yes. certain people still have a disdain for natural hair in corporate America. Absolutely. The good thing, though, is that enough of us are doing it, but they can't get rid of all of us.
That's true. Hey, that's true. That's true. I agree with you on that one.
And now you walk those, and more of us are getting the confidence. And not even confidence, but even when we were talking in the hall, before coming in, the best part, the most unexpected part for me about just letting my hair be as God created it was it also released and freed me from this burden that I didn't even realize that I had. I literally felt like a different woman. And if you have ever had the feeling as though you're walking around, but you're really not totally free to be the person that God created you to be. If you feel like what I was saying, we're always having to conform. We're always having to think about what others are going to think about. We're always having to just have this other mindset. It was like it was gone. It no longer mattered. And I'm telling you, I have never... I almost started to say my age, Joe.
You look good. Guys, she's 80 years old. And look at what God has done.
Now, y'all know.
Look at what God has done. If 80 didn't look this good God. I mean, God, you are an amazing... You guys keep doubting him. Keep doubting him. And when you turn 80, you will not look like this. I knew I'd get you. But you felt good.
I've never felt as free, ever.
Remember, I wonder if I feel free if I take this hat off right now.
I've never felt as free.
I have pushed. Maybe by the end of the show, we'll just take this hat off. I mean, it's not so bad because it's slicked down.
Oh, girl, it looks beautiful.
I'm saying it's not bad. But take the hat off, pull the ponytail down.
Yeah.
We might.
And there are so many natural styles that are so beautiful. Like I started watching,
look at you now. It's like when you get pregnant, you start watching these pregnant things.
Yeah, I was watching.
You get ready to get married, you start looking at this married thing. You get natural, and you start looking at natural things. It's the truth.
Yeah.
That's like how our mind is set up.
Yeah.
So now you're just like, oh, I can do this. Oh, let me let it get grown out a little bit. Because I used to wear straw sets a lot last year, which I was saying, maybe I should do straw sets this year. I love a straw set. It takes a long time.
Yes, it take a long time.
Woo! That's a million straws on your head, but when it comes out, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
But it takes forever.
Yeah.
But I love them.
Yeah.
So here's this new you. New you, new hair, new play. Just you're living life.
I can.
Are you at your best?
I really am. I believe so. I think these are some of the best days that I've ever had. They really are. And it doesn't have anything to do with any material thing, anything like that. It's just like I said, the freedom is just undescribable. It just is. It's undescribable. Absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Free.
I love it.
Free.
I had to talk about your hair, though.
Oh, well, yes.
Because we were in this deep conversation, and I want women to know that you have to own it. It's about anything. Like with your clothes. Mom bought me this book that her friend wrote. And I'm originally from Sacramento, California. So she has a few friends still there. And it was about styling and how you style yourself, right? And I've always taken in a style. And when I was in school, I used to wear sunglasses. Okay. Not on my face, but in my hair. Now my hair was, oh my gosh, it was so long. But I always kept my hair up. So when I get my hair done every week. And when I was in high school. And so I wear these sunglasses to match every outfit. I had so many shades. Wow. That was just my thing. So you can look in the yearbook and flip through and you'll see, oh, she had on sunglasses with this. Oh, she had sunglasses with that. Because that was my thing. So now with the naked neck, I left my fatigue bow tie at home, but I digress. But yeah, like then now I have this. So my mom wanted me to understand basically you have your own identity. You got to own the clothes that you put on, own what you wear, confidence, walk in it. And that's what the book was about. It was like being confident, whether you're at work, whether you're home, wherever you are, whatever you put on your body, just walk in confidence.
That's good.
It's all about being confident in you. You know, and this was a really good, I wish I could remember the name of this book. I can't. But it was a really good book. It was about styling and branding. And because I said, okay, I'm going to rebrand myself. And that's what I'm doing now. And all of that goes from hair. I remember an agent. He was part of one of the top agencies in the world. And I met him from Big Brother, and he would tell me everything just on the sly. You know, because God knows I couldn't afford him. But I'm happy that, and I still know him. Hey, Ray. So literally, he said, when I changed my hair, like when I got out, I took the hair out and I went back to my fro. Like, and he was like, okay, I saw this picture of you on a red carpet. And why do you have your afro out? And then I said, well, because that's usually what he was like, no, here's the thing. You can go wearing it when people remember you. But people are not going to remember you for that fro because that's not how you went on the show. Wow. So I need you to go and get your hair. And I was like, at first, I was ticked off. Like, no, I'm not doing that. They better know I am, whether afro or not, you know. But no. So I went, and my mom, she was like, now let me explain to you. He makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Right.
Because nobody is going to remember.
Right.
No. And I said, but I got the bow tie. They will know me.
Okay.
Regardless, I always have some
for the bow tie.
signature. You know?
So that
like,
was,
so
right.
they should know.
From
There's
that,
not a lot of women walking around that I wear a bow tie. I put on a bow tie with a swimsuit. Catch that. So literally, you know, but I went back and I changed it and I understood what he meant. Okay. When I went back and changed it, I would walk places. People would be like, Mama J, Mama J. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, snap. He was right.
Right.
So in instances like that, when you go in front of, you know, millions of people and you're still trying to stay relevant and people to remember you and know you, you do kind of need to look the way they remember you.
Exactly.
You do.
Right.
You know, but in our case of saying this, and I wish I could talk about this, but I can't. But something happened to me and it was in reference to my hair. And literally I'm sitting there like, you know, this is what we do, not just as women, but as black women. A lot of people don't like when you put that in front of, but that's the truth. Like if that's your culture, black. Like, oh, it's black women. No, this is our part of our culture is wearing certain things with dealing with our hair. And then, oh, it's a problem now that I do this. I'm sick and tired of having to be concerned with my hair. Like, why am I? And then we have to stand, and it seems bad because then I'm not telling you guys to go to work, take this stance, I'm wearing my hair like this, and get fired. Because Jacasta can't help you pay those bills. You know what I'm saying? And don't be lying on God, telling people that Jesus told you to go in there. You know how people always put it on. I feel God told me. I don't really think he's telling you to do anything, you know, remotely that has anything to do with your hair. But, I mean, you know, so I'm happy and I'm proud of you for just being you.
Oh, Jacasta.
I'm always in awe.
Anytime she asks me to come back, I'm here. I'm here for this one right here. This one right here, Jacasta. What?
Yes. You know, I look up to you, so let's get into the nitty gritty. We did Unshame on You. You toured several cities.
Sure did.
Several cities.
Yeah, we did. She was right there with us.
Yeah. People know who you are now. They knew you before then. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They knew you before then.
Okay.
But now they know you know you.
Okay.
You know that lady who blah, blah, blah. And you know they'll look it up and stuff.
I went to a Wendy's. I was with a friend. We went there to just go sit and eat or whatever. And then this lady's like, the Unshame on You lady.
That's too cute. I like that though.
That's what she said.
Because she knows who
That's
you
what
are.
she said, yeah.
Because God came through and you came behind. You understand that?
Yeah.
So they know you, and now here it is. You've revamped a lot of things.
Yes.
You've made some changes that weren't made by you, but you were led by God.
I really was.
And then God dropped some good deposits in your
really
life.
did.
An amazing director.
Unbelievable.
He dropped Nicole in your lap.
Really
like
did.
God really brought you things to help you get to where you want to be.
I like, I'm on a radio show and I'm supposed to have words to say, but I'm speechless. But he did. And it, I believe, was just a result of obedience, and because of even what we all did together, what we all did together. And so, he's just been amazing when you are obedient. And it was hard. It was some hard work. I mean, I had been at that for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And so, when you joined us last year, we had been doing some format of it. Each time it grew.
Yeah,
each time
I know that's
he
what you
sent
said.
more and more, better and better people, each and every time. But it was 4 long years. But through all of the difficulty, through all of the, everything that it cost, from, finances to health to time to frustration to all of that, each and every time we went out on that stage, each and every time we got together, God always did something miraculous. He always did something wonderful for the people that were there, and I know for the cast and crew as well. And so when God gives you something, it's never going to be easy. It's never going to be like, I remember the first time hearing Unshame on You, and it started with the book, and, I'm hearing all of this other stuff. I'm thinking, okay, and I'm thinking one thing is going to turn into the next, and and it wasn't easy. But I know what I heard, and therefore I had to stick with it. I had to keep going until he said that it was time to do something else. And I can tell you, Unshame on You is not I know it's not finished. I know. And Unshame on You is coming back. Now, I do believe I have to make some changes. I don't think it's going to be the same, but the impact that show
on women in general and people, let me just say on people
is not over.
That's true. That's true. But, guys, if you're just tuning in, remember, feel free, call in 770-988-6461. And also, I am sitting here. I always feel like I pronounced your last name wrong. Is it Narte?
Narte.
Narte.
Like an A. It's an E, but it's
I feel like
I
I always pronounce it wrong. I'm sitting here with Vanessa Narte, and literally the author, a playwright, just an amazing woman. And I had the honor to just be in her play, Unshame on You. And now she has this new production, and it's going to blow your mind.
It really is.
She's like, yes.
It is.
She has a top director that God sent her.
Really did.
And here it is. You are, and I mean, I said, are you at your best? I think, God has so much more for you. And he said, well, let's park right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go in a parking lot, and sometimes you go and there's that one space and you got to get in it, right? So right now, he said you got to get in that one, right? But then when you pull out to get ready to go to your next stop, right, there's so much there. And he's gonna say, well, where do you want to go? Where do you want to park, darling? Anywhere is up to you. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. And I don't know why I kept saying June 6th, but the play is on July 6th. So give us the background of this play. Like, what are we expecting?
Well, without, I don't want to give away the story. I think I did that a lot with Unshame on You. I would go on like shows and stuff. They'd be like, you don't tell the whole plot. So, but I'll give a basic synopsis, and it's a one-woman show, okay? And the way that whole concept of one-woman show came about was really just God speaking between two people, and at the same time coming to the same realization that it was time to do a one-woman show. And so it's one woman on stage for about an hour. The name of the play is Blue, and it's BLEW. And what I did this time, as compared to Unchained Munoz, I kind of put a couple of titles out to people, and they loved that title, which I did too. I felt like that was the right one. But it's about a woman who is on her way, just on a regular day. She's on her way to a hotel conference. And when she gets to the conference, the speaker, the leader that is there, she's kind of really not into it. She goes because she had to go for work, but she's really totally not into it. But then he says, pack up your belongings, pack up your bags, and put them under your seat. We're getting ready to do something different. And that kind of wakes her up, perks her up. And he goes on to tell them, or tell her, that she's about to go on a trip of a lifetime. And where she want to go? Where she want to go? So she starts thinking, and she starts imagining. And he says, I'm going to turn off the lights. When I turn off the lights, you're on the airplane, and you guys are going to take off. So that happens. And she begins thinking about the number one place in the world she wants to go. And in her mind and on stage and everything, you just see this whole transformation of her going on this trip. And the pilot decides they're not going where she wants to go. He has another destination in mind for her.
What?
And
in my imagination, you're going to change it?
Yes.
No.
Yes. And so he takes her somewhere, and where he takes her, she cannot, but it's the last place on earth she would want to go. But she finds herself there, and when she finds herself there, she finds that she is in a fight for her life.
Oh, God.
And she literally has to fight for her life. And so what we see for the rest of the play is this woman fighting these different circumstances that come her way.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's literally, this woman is on stage, literally fighting for her life.
I'm excited.
And you know, even from Unchained Munoz, for me, when the story is the main thing, and the writing, and what's really going to make for a powerful story that other people can relate to. I guarantee you, people in that audience are going to be able to relate to it. They might not have to fight the kinds of things she has to fight, but we all have to fight something, and they're going to be able to relate to it, you know, and just really see how this woman is up there fighting for her life, right?
Uh-oh.
But surrounded by all of that is the most amazing music you want to hear. So we talked about the actor, we talked about the director. We have this vocalist who, this woman travels internationally to sing. She just got back from Germany about a month ago, and she's called all over the country. She'll be here actually tomorrow. Today's Saturday, tomorrow and Sunday. Her voice,
Who is she?
Her name is Tiffany Mosley.
Wait a minute.
Do you know her?
Does she sing gospel?
She does.
Uh-huh. Haven't I interviewed? I'm about to ask Courtney this question. Let me stay in the show. I feel like I've interviewed Tiffany.
She has one of the most amazing voices.
Wow.
And so as this woman is battling,
she's singing.
She comes on and she sings at pivotal moments, and that in and of itself is just going to take everybody to just another level. So
wait, I'm going to catch the Holy Spirit. I'm going to laugh and might do a little crying. Now, you know what, sister? I am amazed.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
So here it is. Let me take you guys on this journey again. Vanessa says that as you come to Blue, your takeoff is going to be great. But while you're in the air, it's going to be a different type of everything.
Yep.
And how you land is the determination of where you're going.
That's right.
Boom! I am excited. Blue, BLEU, July, EW, July 6th. In what theater?
It's at the Strand Theater in Marietta.
Strand Theater, Marietta.
Theater.
Guys, we're going to go. I mean, are you going to leave me like 2 tickets?
Actually,
so I can give them away?
You know what? I intended to bring you 2 tickets. I'm halfway here, and I'm like, and actually, tickets to give away to your audience. You can have
to
that,
them.
and of course you too. Absolutely.
Oh, what? No, I'm a supporter. I was going to spend it.
I'm going to give you some tickets. So, yeah, anybody that, calls in.
So you have to come back, though, because we have to make sure that people know.
Okay.
Because if not, you know how we are.
Yeah,
it's summertime.
Yeah.
And then people, and I kept thinking, I was like, oh, this is amazing because it's on the 6th. And I don't know. I was thinking. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is good. We're going to pep it up. But I'm happy because I'll get to go because I won't be here next week. But I'll get to go. And I'm very, very excited.
Thank you.
Definitely. Are you going to do a red carpet?
I didn't plan to, but maybe.
Okay.
What you mean, like the backdrop and all of that we do? We
I mean, like interviews and
at the show.
Do I need to
at the show
interview the? Hey, you guys know I'm always. Hey, I'm like, should I come and interview the actress or because I'm interviewing you now? I should have asked you if she was available, and then all of you guys. So the next time, definitely we'll have to do it that way.
Absolutely.
Because to see it in her eyes, and you're the writer, of course. To see it in yours is amazing too.
But it becomes her story.
But to see it in her eyes would be great. Let me tell you, when I was in the Big Brother house, isolation, and they moved us to the mansion. Well, me, I literally asked for a journal, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to say too much of it because I don't want anybody to take it from me. But I literally wrote these stories, right? Because I write all the time. I have a book of poems. Like, I'm always writing. So literally, I had these stories about these people. And I was like, oh, ooh, I should make it into this play. And then I'm like, ooh, God, is that it? Is that it? And so I was amped. I was like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to have this play. Because at first I said, I want somebody to just record it. And then I was like, I'm going to have this play. And that was like 4 years ago. I've had 5 people in my mind that I wanted to read it.
Okay.
Because I literally saw them reading it as I was writing, because isolation is serious. People do not understand. Like, being without your family for 100 days is literally mind-boggling. Wow. And you don't have any time but to read. I read the Bible every day, and then I wrote. Wow. I just wrote a lot. A lot of different poems. I wrote about my experiences. I wrote about my situation when I was 18 and my pastor, 17, my pastor sexually assaulted me. Like, I just wrote until I couldn't write because I had nothing else to do. So I literally, these 5 people, and I'm just going to stay like that, but it's crazy. And so I went back the other day and was reading that journal because I like to go back and read like where I was at in that moment, like what's in my headspace. And I was like, I literally should have done that. Wow. Even if it was something small, just small. Wow. Just 5 people sitting here just reading like, so, blah, 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 and just to see it. So I think I'm going to get the 5 people that I saw in my mind. Because I already told them about it. Okay. And I was like, guys, I just really kind of want you to read it to me. Because I want to see what it really is. I read it to myself. I laugh. I get sad. But I want you guys to read it to me. So I had already informed them. And I was just like, now sitting here and I'm like, I should get you to like look at these, like read it. Because it's crazy. Sometimes I don't like where my mind goes with poems because they can get bad. But then I'm like, well, it's a release of something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
there's no right or wrong with poetry or writing or anything. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's how I met India. It's because I would go out when she was at Starbucks in Conyers.
Okay.
Covington, I think it was.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was some Starbucks. And I would go and just do poetry on Thursdays because she had.
So you would read
Thursday
at the
one
mic?
Yeah, I always did. I always do open mic.
Okay.
Yes, years.
Oh.
That's always.
You still do
I have to send you some videos.
Do you still do it even now?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll do something like here.
Okay.
Because this mic.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I don't.
Okay.
But I used to do that forever. Anytime she would tell me to come somewhere read, or she was like, "You got a new poem? Come do it. Come do it for me." And I'd be like, "Okay, yes, I'll do it. No problem." So now, like, I've just been asked to come to this church and do it, and I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like, it never bothers me. Like, I love the microphone. Mrs. Amalami, I love her. She said, where was I? I think it was the last Hosea Feed the Hungry. And she was like, "Oh, there's my minister of the mic." And I never, like, when she said that, because I'm always in awe of her and definitely of her father, them being in civil rights. Yes, you know what I mean?
The two of them, absolutely.
So I said, "What?" She said, "Yes, that's what I call you." And I was like, "I didn't know that, So I was like, somebody else said it to me before I heard her say that. And I thought they were joking. They were like, "They're going to minister the mic." And I was like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." So when she said it, I was like,
that's a beautiful title.
Oh,
it really is.
I might need to do something with that. But yeah, when I get the microphone, I don't know. It just changes me. I turn into something
that prayer we
else.
did before we started. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Because there was
that
an
prayer
energy
moment we had before we started this.
It's not
program.
Me. You know that because I'm always telling people.
Okay, job done. Let's go.
Yeah, she said, "Okay."
That was. Yeah.
It's never, and I'm always saying that even to my students, that it's never me, because I'm always looking at myself like, "Girl, sit down. Girl, that was wrong." Like, I'm always getting on to myself. So when something comes,
and I could even tell this in the prayer, you allow yourself to be used by the Holy Spirit.
You have to.
But yeah, we know that, right? But like, that's what you do. Because before these mics were on, y'all, before the mics were on, Jocasta talked about this not being about her, to be filled with the Holy Spirit. So so it's not something that you're just saying on the mic. It's what you do.
Oh wow!
When nobody and what really matters is what you do when nobody's looking, when the mic is off.
Oh wow!
And so you make yourself available, and by making yourself available and saying, "This is not about Jocasta, Holy Spirit, I want this to be about you. I want what comes out of Vanessa to be about you. I want what comes out of the producer. Everything should be about you." Nobody was listening. Nobody could see anything. So when it happens there, that's when you know it's real, and He's going to use you, and you become the minister of the mic.
Did she just speak into my soul? Like, I thought you just looked straight into me. I was like, "I'm so sorry, Jesus. Take me." Like, and this is why I love you so, because when we have conversations, they're genuine conversations that I know you genuinely care about me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Because we don't get that from a lot of people.
So
when you find those people, you do this.
But I mean,
you have to hold on, because if you don't,
because it's all about what happens when nobody's looking. Yeah. So our conversations, I know the conversations we had over there in the studio, it's when you really, really get to know people. Anybody can say anything in front of all of this stuff right here.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
But God does need His people in here so that you can be an influence.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. See, I'm appreciative. And this is why when I'm talking to people, I'm saying to them, you have to have positive people in your life, especially if you a whole lot of negative. And nobody should take that wrong, but that's the truth. Because if you always are downing yourself, or you always feel like you're never doing anything right, you need those positive people in your life to pour into you. And I used to say that like I was going through this season where I had no one, meaning friends. Like nobody talked to me, none of that. This is recent. And at first I was hurt. I was hurt to the depths of my soul. And my mom is that person like, get over it. You know, she didn't pick up that okay. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just love her and I miss her, you know. And then I had to say, oh, wait, this is my season that I just need him. I don't have to talk to people. You know, let me just talk to him. He gave me these 2 little gifts called Connor and Dylan. Let me talk to them. And let me talk to Jesus. And let me just do that because I'm messing up enough in my life, you know. So, yes, I don't need those people. I need him. And then he'll usher friends back to you because he feels like he knows you need friends. Right. You know, and so I'm like, when I meet genuine people like Mrs. Amalami, like you, because she told me, I didn't know that your mentor has to find you.
Wow.
Basically, like literally, your mentor has to take you in, right? Because you can say, that's my mentor. That's my mentor. And then that's not your mentor, right. You know.
No, they have to agree.
Yes. So she was like, you're my mentee. I'm going to mentor you. And, I was crying. And I was just like, okay. So literally, when somebody takes you in like that and they say, you know, in this part of your life, I'm going to mentor you, darling, because you like to give. Wow. And I'm going to mentor you in this part of your life. And I'm like, okay, so I have a mentor here. I have a mentor who helps me in ministry. Wow. You know, so I like taking in those people and tell me, latching to you because I'm like, this woman is real. I've heard your story. I know what you've went through. I like how you're transparent and literally you are real. So with that said, I thank you for coming on my show, for sharing your new play, Blue, that will be on July 6th at the
Strand Theater,
Marietta, Georgia. Yep. So everybody, come one, come all. I'm going to post flyers over and over again. I'm going to give away tickets to it. So you got to tune in. And it's just been an honor to be in your play, for you to be accepting of me. I'm like so thankful right now. And I'm honored that you would even.
You earned it. I mean, you earned it. She came in and she auditioned and she was nervous and all of that. And all of us sitting there was like, isn't she Retha? Yeah. You earned, you literally, you earned that part.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Other people auditioned for it. You earned it.
See, guys, it's good. Jesus earned it. You know how people do that with everything. It was Jesus. I mean, I was constipated, and it came out because God. You know, the people just, you know, they put everything on Jesus. The boo-boo to everything. Guys, I hope you had a great Saturday. I know I had to make you laugh at the last moment. You got to leave out. You had me about to cry, so. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this Saturday on That's What's Up with Jocasta. Join us next Saturday. And remember, Vanessa will be back. So we'll have her back closer to the play, and we'll bring on the Nicole, the actress Nicole, who is actually doing the one-woman play, Blue. But for now, I want to tell you this. Find someone positive like I found to add to my life. Don't find people who will always take away to your life of luggage, okay? Because sometimes you'll look up and you'll look around and it will just be you. So if you do that, if you let them take, and they never pour in, what do you have? Not anything. Much of nothing, okay? So I'm pouring into you right now. I'm telling you, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're lovely. That doesn't mean how you look. That means your spirit. I want you to, if you're not saved, make sure you become that saved person, set free and delivered. We love you with the love of God. Remember, tune in next Saturday at 10 a.m. on That's What's Up with Jocasta on 108 Praise Radio, where we're always voicing the gospel.